Welcome to Japan. I'm sure you've dreamed of visiting Japan, a place where modern life blends seamlessly with tradition. Bustling streets stand side by side with ancient temples, and the gentle beauty of nature unfolds through every season. I was the same, and during my 7 days in Japan, every step felt like opening a new story. From the dazzling lights of Tokyo to the peaceful streets of Kyoto, every small experience helped me connect more deeply with the culture, the people, and even myself. Today, I want to share that journey with you. Not just the tourist spots, but the moments of feeling, the little lessons, and the discoveries that made the trip truly unforgettable. So come along with me and step into the story of exploring Japan. Day 1. Tokyo, the city that never sleeps. On my very first day in Tokyo, I immediately felt the vibrant energy of the city that never sleeps. After landing at Narita Airport, I took the Narita Express train straight into downtown. The journey lasted about an hour, and through the window I watched towering skyscrapers and dazzling streets gradually appear, filling me with excitement like never before. I stayed in the Shinjuku area, home to soaring buildings, bustling shopping centers, and countless tempting restaurants. There I booked a cozy little hotel that was both convenient for getting around and full of Tokyo's modern charm. In the afternoon, I walked to Shibuya Crossing, an iconic Tokyo spot that everyone seems to know. Hundreds of people crossed at once, the crowd flowing together in what looked like a beautiful chaos. I settled into a cafe overlooking the intersection, sipping coffee and watching the bustling crowd. It felt like I was standing right in the heart of Tokyo. Later, I spent time at Yoyogi Park and Meiji Shrine, peaceful oases amid the city's noise. The serene atmosphere and rustling leaves made me feel calm, as if I was stepping into the traditional rhythm of Japanese life. That evening, I explored Golden Gai, a district filled with tiny, uniquely styled bars that felt warm and welcoming. Sitting in a small bar, chatting with friendly locals, I experienced firsthand the close-knit spirit and hospitality that define Japan. The first day flew by, leaving me with vivid impressions of a Tokyo that is both ultra-modern and deeply rooted in culture. I knew the days ahead held even more exciting discoveries. Day 2. Tokyo. Pop culture and timeless traditions. Waking up in Tokyo on the second day, I was eager to dive deeper into the city's unique blend of the new and the old. My first stop was Akihabara, the ultimate paradise for fans of anime, manga, and cutting-edge technology. Walking through streets lined with colorful shops, towering billboards, and game arcades, I felt like stepping into a futuristic playground. For lunch, I chose a sushi conveyor belt restaurant, a fun, casual way to taste fresh sushi right at my own pace. Watching the plates glide past me, I picked out favorites and discovered new flavors. It was delicious and surprisingly affordable. In the afternoon, I headed to Asakusa to visit Sensoji Temple, Tokyo's oldest Buddhist temple. The approach to the temple, Nakamai Street, was bustling with small shops selling traditional snacks, souvenirs, and crafts. The blend of history and lively street life gave me a wonderful glimpse into Japan's rich heritage. As the day turned to evening, I strolled through Roppongi Hills, where the city's lights sparkled like stars. The panoramic views from the observation deck left me breathless, a perfect way to end a day filled with contrasts between pop culture and timeless tradition. Tokyo continued to surprise me, revealing layers of excitement and serenity all in one place. I couldn't wait for what the next day's journey would bring. Day 3. From Tokyo to Hakone. Nature's calm and soothing. Onsen. On the third day, I decided to escape the city's buzz and immerse myself in nature and relaxation. The journey from Tokyo to Hakone was smooth and exciting. I took the Shinkansen bullet train to Odawara, which only took about 40 minutes, and then hopped on a local train and bus to reach Hakone. Arriving in Hakone felt like stepping into a completely different world. The air was fresher, the landscapes greener, and the pace slower. My first stop was Lake Ashi, where I enjoyed a peaceful boat ride with stunning views of Mount Fuji shimmering in the distance. Later, I visited the Hakone Open Air Museum, a beautiful space where modern sculptures mingle harmoniously with nature. Walking through the gardens, I felt a deep sense of calm, surrounded by art and greenery. The highlight of the day was checking into a traditional ryokan, a Japanese inn, where I experienced my first onsen, the famous hot spring baths. Soaking in the warm mineral waters, I felt all the city's stress melt away. The serene atmosphere, the tatami mats, and the simple elegance of the ryokan made this stay unforgettable. That evening, enjoying a traditional multi-course kaiseki dinner, I savored delicate dishes prepared with seasonal ingredients, a true feast for both the eyes and the palate. Hakone was a gentle reminder that sometimes the best travel moments come from slowing down, breathing deeply, and reconnecting with nature. Day 4. Hakone to Kyoto, stepping into timeless tradition. On the morning of day 4, I said goodbye to the peacefulness of Hakone and set off for Kyoto, the heart of Japan's cultural heritage. Traveling from Hakone to Odawara by local train, then hopping on the Shinkansen bullet train to Kyoto, the journey took around 2 hours. Comfortable and swift. Arriving in Kyoto felt like entering another world. Quieter, more contemplative, filled with centuries-old temples, traditional wooden houses, and narrow lanes steeped in history. I checked into a cozy guest house right in the Gion district, famous for its old-world charm and the chance to glimpse geishas gracefully moving through the streets. In the afternoon, I wandered through the atmospheric streets of Gion, where lanterns lit up the evening sky and small tea houses invited visitors to slow down and soak in the moment. Walking along the Kamo River, I felt the gentle rhythm of the city's slower pace and its deep respect for tradition. Kyoto's serene beauty was a perfect contrast to the fast pace of Tokyo and a refreshing chance to connect with the soul of Japan. The day ended quietly, with the anticipation of more wonders waiting to be discovered in the days ahead. Day 5. Kyoto, exploring cultural treasures and spiritual beauty. Day 5 was all about diving deep into Kyoto's rich cultural heritage. I started my morning at Kinkakuji, the Golden Pavilion, a breathtaking Zen temple covered in shimmering gold leaf, perfectly reflected in the surrounding pond. The tranquility of the gardens and the beauty of the architecture left me speechless. For lunch, I treated myself to a kaiseki meal, a traditional multi-course dinner served in an elegant setting. Each dish was a work of art, showcasing seasonal ingredients with delicate flavors that told a story of the land and its people. In the afternoon, I visited Fushimi Inari Shrine, famous for its thousands of bright red torii gates winding up the mountain trails. Walking through the endless rows of gates was like entering a sacred path, a moment both humbling and inspiring. As evening came, I joined a traditional tea ceremony in a historic tea house. The careful, graceful movements and quiet reverence of the ceremony made me appreciate the depth of Japanese culture and mindfulness. Kyoto showed me that beauty lies not only in grand sights, but also in the small, deliberate moments of respect, nature, and art. Day 6. Day trip to Nara, nature, history, and friendly deer. On day 6, I took a short train ride from Kyoto to Nara, a city known for its peaceful parks and ancient temples. The journey was just under an hour, easy and comfortable. Once in Nara, I headed straight to Nara Park, famous for its freely roaming deer. These gentle creatures wandered right up to visitors, and I even had the chance to feed some, a delightful and unexpected experience. The deer are considered messengers of the gods, and their presence adds a magical touch to the park. Nearby, I explored Todaiji Temple, home to the massive Great Buddha statue. Standing before this colossal wooden figure was awe-inspiring, a reminder of Japan's deep spiritual roots. After a relaxing afternoon, I returned to Tokyo by Shinkansen, feeling grateful for the blend of nature, history, and spirituality I'd encountered. Back in Tokyo, I spent the evening strolling through Ginza, the upscale shopping district. soaking in the city lights one last time. Day 7, Tokyo, last moments and farewell. On my final day in Japan, I decided to savor every last moment in Tokyo. I spent the morning wandering through Harajuku and Omotesando, vibrant neighborhoods where fashion and creativity burst at every corner. From quirky boutiques to peaceful cafes, these streets were a lively playground for the senses. I made sure to try some classic street food, like takoyaki and a comforting bowl of ramen, before heading out for some last-minute shopping. Picking up souvenirs and gifts felt like gathering little memories to take home. As the afternoon faded, I packed my bags and took the Narita Express back to the airport. Sitting by the window, I reflected on the incredible journey. 7 days filled with contrasts, bustling cityscapes and tranquil temples, modern wonders and ancient traditions, thrilling adventures and peaceful moments. Japan had opened my eyes and heart in ways I hadn't expected. It's a place that stays with you long after you leave. Tips and common mistakes to avoid traveling in Japan is an incredible experience. But there are a few things I learned along the way that I want to share with you, so your trip can be even smoother and more enjoyable. First, don't forget to get a transportation card like Suica or Passmo right when you arrive. These cards make traveling on trains and buses so easy and save you a lot of time and hassle. Also, if you plan to use the Shinkansen a lot, look into getting a Japan Rail Pass beforehand. It can save you a bundle. Another common mistake is packing too much. Japan's hotels and ryokans tend to have smaller rooms, so traveling light will make your stay more comfortable. Plus, you'll have less to carry when exploring. Be mindful of local customs. Keep your voice low on public transport. Always line up patiently and avoid eating or drinking while walking. These small acts show respect and make your experience more pleasant. Lastly, download helpful apps like Google Maps and Hyperdia to navigate trains and buses. Having real-time info on schedules and routes is a lifesaver, especially in busy cities like Tokyo. By keeping these tips in mind, you'll avoid common pitfalls and enjoy your journey even more. And that was my unforgettable 7-day journey through Japan, a country where the past and the future live side by side in perfect harmony. I hope you felt the excitement, the calm, and the unique beauty of each place I visited. Traveling to Japan reminded me how rich and diverse life can be when we open ourselves to new experiences. If you enjoyed this story, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps me create more adventures like this. And now I want to hear from you. Where should I explore next? Drop your suggestions in the comments below. Thank you for coming along on this journey with me. Until next time, keep exploring and stay curious.